What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao. In a year full of breathtaking news, it was great to have some lighter stories to help take the edge off a bit. In today's year-end special, we bring you some of our favorite head-turners, the stories that made us do a double take. This first story is going to put a smile on your face, literally. It's about an elementary school teacher in central Taiwan whose face mask is not only keeping her safe, it's also helping her teach diction. We got a kick out of it in the TaiwanPlus newsroom, and apparently you did too. It got nearly 30,000 views on our Facebook. Bing Wang reports.
Schools have reopened following the outbreak of the pandemic. To comply with COVID-19 guidelines, students and faculty must always wear masks except for mealtimes. This, however, presents a problem for young students as they are unable to see their teachers' mouths.
如果我没有把嘴巴张得大大，它其实分不清楚和这两个音。
Elementary school students are at a pivotal time in learning the Bopomofo pronunciations. The Bopomofo alphabet is the critical first step in pronouncing Mandarin words. To resolve this problem, teachers in Taizong's Dazi Elementary School are wearing transparent masks. This way, they can over-exaggerate their mouth movements. Students can then easily imitate the teacher's enunciation.
现在戴透明口罩可以看得到老师的嘴巴。透明口罩很好笑。
Young students also find these transparent masks funny. Because the masks are so unusual, teachers can see that children are paying more attention in class and having more fun. Chris Ma and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Next time you see Grandpa yelling at the screen, it might be because he's playing League of Legends. Now, I'm not saying I'm a grandpa, but that's definitely why I'm yelling at the screen. Here in Taiwan, a group of elderly gamers is joining millions of other players around the world. Pichi Zhuang reports on how a local charity is using esports for a creative new reason.
Team members working in perfect sync to eliminate the enemy. The competitors are not who you might expect. This laser-focused group is made up of Taiwanese senior citizens. They're all participants in a project operated by Hongdao Senior Citizens Welfare Foundation. 74-year-old Liu Mengde said he was already a veteran video game player and took part in the competition to meet new people. His teammate, Zhang Shuqin, was less experienced. She needed her daughter to stick directions on her keyboard and mouse to help her navigate the controls. All 28 of the competitors are over the age of 65, with a combined age of almost 2,000.
那我们年轻人可以电竞比赛，为什么我不行？我们鼓励他们的长辈们，一个梦要完成他的期望。
Hongdao says it organized the project to help elderly people stimulate their brains, socialize, and learn a new skill. If nothing else, it's a way to bridge the generation gap, proving once again that we are all young at heart. Alex Chen and Pichi Zhuang for TaiwanPlus.
You're gonna get a kick out of this next story. Literally. I know, two literallys in one show. I promise I'm gonna stop. But seriously though, the kids in this next story are going to shock you with their ability to kick a ball over a net. We're talking about sepak to Craw. It's the most popular sport you've never ever heard of. It's played by millions of people in Southeast Asia, and now it's gaining traction in Taiwan. Ken Ning introduces you to the junior high athletes that swept the nationwide sepak to Craw championships earlier this year.
You can kick it, you can throw it, but chances are, unless you are from Southeast Asia, you've never heard of it. Sepak takraw is a sport that is as popular as football in Thailand, Myanmar, Indonesia, and Malaysia. But in Taiwan, it's still finding its feet.
It's been described as volleyball, but for your feet. So how do you play it? I'm at Syringe Junior High School, and their champion Sepak takraw team is going to show me how. Thank you. Hey. For me, it's so hard to just kick the ball in the air without letting the ball onto the ground. It's just so frustrating. But these kids from Syringe Junior High School, they are really nailing it.
The efforts of Coach Zhan and his athletes paid off. The Syringe Junior High School boys and girls teams swept the nationwide Craw championships in their age group. Klein Wang, James Rayner, and Ken Ning for TaiwanPlus.
If I tell you your outfit is bananas, you might want to go home and change your clothes. Unless you're wearing something made by this indigenous woman who creates traditional clothing from, you guessed it, banana plants. TaiwanPlus reporter Alice Chang has the story of how one gavilan artisan is helping keep this tradition alive.
Patiently weaving tiny strands of banana fibers together. This 83-year-old woman has repeated this action back and forth for more than 20 years. For Yan Yuying, this is one of the final steps in banana weaving. Her craft starts from chopping and preparing the trunk, then slicing it to extract the threads before they are dyed and weaved. It's a technique that is unique to her Gavilan indigenous community in eastern Taiwan.
Gavilan人就做这建筑师啊，目族拢无就对啦，啊继续爱推落去，才袂断去安尼。
She is now the only certified expert in banana fiber weaving that still practices the craft. But she hopes her efforts will leave behind a new generation that will keep this special Gavilan tradition alive. Kama Xu and Alice Chen for TaiwanPlus.
Imagine going to a Taiwanese fried chicken shop and buying some chicken, but it's not really chicken. It's a picture of chicken, but it's also worth a lot of money. Yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this one. I'm talking about NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. A local fast food chain, Syringe Fried Chicken, has become the world's first fried chicken shop to sell NFTs. It started out at the low price of $1, but then its value rose 350% in just 3 days. The shop says that owners of the NFT can receive one food item per person. NFTs are powered by the same technology as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but each token is unique. They can be used to represent real-world assets like maybe a chicken, but are mostly associated with digital artwork. If you're not sure how to buy an NFT but are interested, the best way is to just wing it. And now a story that's bound to bring you a dose of Christmas cheer. Like a literal dose. Get it? I know I said that I was going to cut it out, but I lied. It's the Christmas pandemic mashup that you didn't know you needed. Sandy Chi brings us to a church in Taipei where their nativity scene looks very, well, 2021.
A giant syringe is the first thing you can see when you walk up to Holy Family Church. The biggest Catholic church in of all Taiwan is making a bold statement.
我们都进入到疫情进入到3级嘛，所以我就想到今年圣诞节想要做这个疫苗马槽，告诉大家耶稣基督是我们心灵的疫苗。
But a nativity scene shaped like a syringe? Would it be too out there for parish priest Father John Rao? As it turns out, not at all. That point of view is supported by one of the church's most prominent parishioners, former Vice President Chen Jianren. Father Rao says that Chen was very happy when he saw the syringe nativity.
他一看的时候，他也觉得很惊讶哈，你们怎么会有这样的 idea 啊，这样的一个构想？我们说对啊，我说是他给的。
With the Omicron variant dashing a lot of Christmas plans around the world this season, here in Taiwan, a widespread belief in vaccines is making it possible to celebrate with families again.
I want to thank you for joining me for this look at our favorite head turners of the year. I'm Leslie Liao. We leave you today with wild images of another amazing teacher, Wang Huiping, who wears a diagram of the human body to teach junior high school students about anatomy. Take care, and I'll see you next time.